when the Civil War starts, like, I'm gonna be the guy who just makes the signs. I'm like, I'm not gonna be in the front lines. Like, what do you want me in the front lines? What?
Yeah.
Like.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Jesse Nyberg Podcast. I usually say back, but today we're in a more real life setup. We have Reyes here, Oversettext. He's a real person.
I'm a real person. This is not photoshopped in.
Yeah,
This is not a green screen. I'm actually here.
He doesn't just live inside an Instagram story, rambling about stuff. So, how was your trip down here and everything?
Oh, it's been fun. Like, I mean, I live in Fresno, so it's only like 4 hours away.
Yeah.
But I mean, the drive sucked for some reason. More than usual. I don't know why.
Yeah.
People were all on edge.
How long does it take? 5 hours?
No, it's like 3 hours.
Oh, that's it?
But it took me like 4. Well, once I get into LA proper, it's messed
sucks,
up.
Huh?
It sucks. It's just like, wow, just traffic. And also, I just timed it incorrectly because I got in at like 5 and I'm like, oh, everybody's trying to get home.
Yeah.
So I nearly crashed my car like 3 times, but you know what? I'm divinely protected. Did not. So
that's good. How because I've talked to you about this before, how most people they have stuff to say about like cities like Fresno, Bakersfield, Stockton, like Central California. It kind of is like gets shit on. They
do get shit on a lot.
But you seem to kind of come at it from a different angle, and I'm curious why do you like, what makes you like it so much? And is it just like a hometown pride thing?
Hometown pride is also cheap, but also I'm just thinking like, and this is just my philosophy on, because like people live in these cities.
Yeah.
They live in these cities. People live it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's more of like cultivating that place. Like, you know, like helping it out. Because like people live everywhere. So if we just leave all the bad places, they're going to continue to be bad because nobody cares about them. So somebody has to care about these places. And like wherever you live, whatever, because like, for example, right now, everyone's like, I'm going to leave America to go to Korea, or I'm like, there's still problems there.
Yeah.
So you got to solve it here. So it'll be better everywhere. Or there's like that phrase, like act locally, think globally or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where you like, you know, you'd want to do the changes here, but like think about the outcome of everything else. So
it's a good point. Cause I feel like, you know, people want to live in like LA, New York, Chicago, whatever, like metropolitan areas because they're like, they do cool stuff. Yeah. But they only do cool stuff because of the people that live there. It's not like the city inherently is cool.
It's kind of like Marfa, Texas. Like, you know about Marfa?
No.
Oh, it's like an art town in Texas. And who was the architect? I made a poster about it, but it's literally in the middle of nowhere in Texas. It's where the Prada store is, where like that fake Prada store.
On the highway?
On the highway, yeah. Me and my brother like went to Marfa last summer. It was actually during the start of the 365. And then it's just like an art town. I actually had this idea. I was just like, what if we all the artists get like just go into one town and
like a shitty place.
Yeah, just like make it better. But that's what Marfa was. All the artists went there. Actually, there was like a article on The Cut. They were talking about like how there's this one NFT artist that started gentrifying Marfa. Like all the tech bros are going into Marfa. Yeah. And everyone like hates it. It's like, this is not real art. Or I'm like, I don't know, but
what was funny is I was having a conversation with someone at a coffee shop recently. This dude I actually just had on the podcast, Jackson Green, and we were talking about how like the difference between LA, San Francisco, New York, how in theory they're similar, but they're so different from like public transportation and all these things. Yeah. And he was saying how the reason New York is still cool and San Francisco is becoming not cool is the rich people in New York like art. And they invest in like poverty, whether it's for their own greed or whatever. They build up like fine art and culture and music. They want it to be cool, and they want to be cool like because they own it or have it. Yeah. In Silicon Valley, they're like, fuck art. Like, I just want like a Beeple NFT or something. Yeah, or like we want crypto. We want this. So San Francisco used to be like this cool art place, and now it's just going to be all encompassing like Silicon Valley. Yeah. Like soon, people aren't going to be you're not going to be able to be poor or middle class there if you're an artist or anything, because you just need to be in that tech world or else you're fucked.
It's funny because all the historically artsy neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like I think there's one in here in LA, but well, everywhere there's one, but it's always where the artist could afford to live.
Yeah.
Then later when they get famous, then everyone gentrifies it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, now they make the place unlivable for actual artists.
It's like Austin's becoming
really?
kind of like, you know, all the companies that don't want to pay taxes and shit in San Francisco are going there.
Austin.
And then all the OGs are like, bro, keep it weird or whatever. Like, and then it's like kind of getting messed up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, you know, places, I don't know. I just feel like there's cycling now because I feel like LA was cool.
Yeah.
Then now New York is cool. I think it's just going to keep bouncing around.
And it's inevitable. Like it goes from this place is nothing. Oh, it's cool. It's hidden, low key. Let's all take advantage of it. Yeah. Oh, there's too many people here now. Like,
and they're like, oh, we're going there.
And it's like if there's too many people in Boulder, Colorado, like might as well just live in LA or something. I feel like that's how people look at it. And what do you think are some of the pros of living in a place like Fresno and the cons versus like a metropolitan city like we were talking about?
I mean, I've never lived in a metropolitan city. I think I'm just a country boy. But well, it's cheaper. The one thing is it's cheaper, and I don't know. I was just driving through LA and I was looking through it and I was like, this area, there was I forgot what street it was, but it was like really nice houses.
Oh yeah.
And then
it was, if you came from mid city to here, it was probably like Hancom Park or something.
Yeah, something like that. And I saw these houses and I realized that these are not different from the houses that I drive by in Fresno, like the nice neighborhoods in Fresno.
Yeah.
So I just realized that.
But they're times5.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, actually, no, they look the same.
No, the price.
Or the prices. The price is times5. And I just realized like LA is just like, there's cool stuff next to it.
Right.
Like the houses are the same. The like our architecture is pretty much the same. It's just there's cooler stuff here. There's cooler people. So I mean that's what it is. A city is more like the people that inhabit it than it is the place. But of course the place is still.
Well, that's like special. Places in the east side, like you know, you have like Echo Park and Silver Lake and stuff, and they've always been kind of like very like with the Mexican community as well as like arts and stuff. Yeah. And then now it's like, it's very like kind of like hipster-ish or whatever. But all the people are like, oh, East Side, like so dope, like so cool. Like let's live in Silver Lake. But then the people moving in there aren't cool. Yeah. So like they're just making the place that they think it's going to be cool just because they pull up. But it's because the people that made that place are cool. Yeah. Like it's not, you can't just move in somewhere and be like, I'm just gonna like cool. I mean, I feel like that's
the trap of LA. Is like once you move here, I'm cool now, which is like the bane of LA. Is like I see TikToks. I don't even live in LA, but I see TikToks of like people commenting on people saying like the LA cool girl, or this is where the LA cool. I'm like, what is going on here? But honestly, my priorities now is literally just like buying a house.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can only do that in Fresno or somewhere in between. And I don't know. I just don't like moving a lot.
Yeah.
And LA is stressful. This city stresses me out. And I don't mind visiting. I love visiting cities. I don't know if I'll live here. So I don't know. I love this place is cool. I just talk trash for fun.
You came down here to get like these special edition prints or something, right?
Wait, when is this coming out?
Probably like 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh, then it's probably over by now. Or I don't know, maybe I don't know when I'll have this done, but I'm having special, these are holographic prints that are all for auction. But then again, my future Ram is figuring this out.
Yeah.
But I made special.
Can you move this one a little bit this way? Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
But future Ram, this is his problem. But they're already made, and they had to be made here. And
do you have them, or are they at your Airbnb?
They're at my friend Alana's place.
Are you gonna see them right now?
No, I'm gonna go. I have pictures of them. But I can send them. Right here, they're here. You could see. I sent Jesse pictures. Whoa, isn't it cool?
Damn. Hopefully those aren't already sold out.
Yeah, well, they're gonna be auctioned because I took inspiration a lot from NFTs because I'm just like.
Okay. What about your eBay NFT?
I got scammed from that one. And they're like, it sold, but then it was a bot. And then eBay told me like, oh, it's a bot. And I'm like, oh. Then I just didn't bother to unlisten.
It's like real NFTs.
Yeah, it's a scam. But this is not a scam. This is a real live print. It's holographic and it's cool looking. And
how come you like? I guess was the inspiration for that just being like you wanted to create something more like rare and limited since your other stuff's like everything's available?
Oh well, the store is closed. It's closing at the time of recording. It's closing on Monday. But I don't know if it's up by now. But after the auction, my plan is to create a. It's actually inspired by Fortnite. And everyone who's listening to this, feel free to steal this model because it's not new. But I'm just gonna have limited prints for sale every week. So because there's a lot of choices, and apparently I get a lot of complaints that there's too many.
Yeah, you're the opposite of when people say like make more stuff.
Yeah, it's like you have too much stuff. Actually, I can't pick. And
did you just like maybe start off with like you're gonna start off with like your top 10 or whatever?
No, I think I'm just gonna have the best selling ones, at least one available every week, and then random ones that are never like I'm never gonna sell number 2, like, or maybe I will, but it won't come back to this. It's like Fortnite.
That is smart.
You know Fortnite store,
like Naruto shit's back.
Yeah, so it's like I gotta buy it because like if it's
that's smart.
It's funny because like at the time of recording, I told everybody the store's gonna close.
Yeah,
and then people started buying.
Yeah, like, and you say, just kidding.
I know, I could just say, nah, I'm just psyched.
Yeah.
But I did close it because I got to renovate the store. And hopefully it's done by now. But if it's not done, I'm sorry.
That's like when people say, oh, I'm doing a limited edition, like 50, right? And then they all sell. And then they'll be like, some more just fell off the truck or whatever. And I'm like, damn, that sucks because people bought it because you said it was like only 50. Well,
the holographic one is super limited because it took like 2 weeks to make. The printer in LA, I should plug them. They're POV, I think. That's right.
Okay. Are you doing 20 or what are you doing?
Just one
limited edition.
I mean, I gotta show you a picture so you know what it looks like because these are the coolest things I've ever seen. Like, and not just because I designed them.
So one person, then how much are you gonna charge for it?
No, it's auction.
Oh, they're auction. Bid?
I'm auctioning.
What's the system you're gonna use? eBay?
Shopify.
Shopify has that.
I might put it on eBay, but Shopify has like an app to add onto it. So
I always wanted to make one. At first when you said holographic, I was thinking between that and then you know the ones that it's like 2 different things.
Oh yeah.
Or like I used to have a wallet where Mario
like that, it jumps. Maybe in the future. I don't know how to.
You could do the paper straws one, and then the fire's there, and then it's not there in the world. The ocean.
I know. Yeah, there's 3 of them. There's this one, the paper straw one, and the No More Thinking one. So the most popular ones.
Right. Because you basically use that texture, the holographic from what the white was.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah, I had to talk to the printer. I'm like, okay, so what areas are gonna be holographic?
Printable or whatever.
And then they turned out pretty good. Better than I expected. So I was just like, oh, this is 3 people lucky enough to own them. Hopefully I'm rich by now.
How have your so you finished like last time we talked on like on video or whatever, you were kind of in like the thick of the 365. I would say probably 150 to 200 or something, somewhere in there.
Like February.
Yeah. What since you finished, just that short time between like finishing and now, I know you're gonna close it. Has the print store gotten more popular or less since you're not posting? Actually. Oh, really?
It's gotten more popular.
Okay.
I mean, they're always, I don't know. Well, especially since I announced it was closing, I've never gotten this is the most I've ever made.
Oh, nice.
Like, what is going on? So I was like, maybe I should do this more often.
Yeah.
But I think it's just more marketing. I don't know. I'm learning more marketing than actual design now.
Right.
So I'm just like, I gotta live. I gotta buy a house, guys.
Also, I think you're a good kind of extreme precedent of like sometimes people are like, oh, I'm afraid to like sell shit or I'm afraid to like spam or whatever.
Yeah.
And if I see all of your things every time, maybe I could think like, oh, he's always posting it. However, that's the minority. Like I remember talking with someone and they were saying like, people aren't going to see the same every time you do it.
Yeah.
Do it 5 times. Let's say, oh, buy this, do this Patreon, watch this. They're going to, most people are going to see it 5 times. And if the people that see it 5 times want to see it 5 times, because they're always looking at your shit. The people that see it once, maybe they only saw it the 3rd time. So you're losing that. Like,
I think there's like a marketing rule. They're like, you have to remind consumers like 7 times before that actually sticks.
That's what Patreon says. Like,
is that what they say? Yeah.
In their like,
I don't know who made that rule
creator,
up.
Like, what's it called? FAQ or FAQ or whatever. And I was like, oh, that makes sense because, and I'm always curious because when I get people to convert from either like Patreon or Prince or whatever, I wish I could pinpoint like the method because then I would just double down on that, you know?
Yeah, I actually, this is another technique, guys. I think I made a best of post.
Oh, yeah. With the straws.
And then one slide I put, the store is closing, go buy stuff now. And I think this is actually a new thing, and maybe you guys, we need to take advantage of it more. Because, like, you know how sponsored posts want to do bad?
Yeah.
If it's just one post?
Yeah.
I think I found a way to hack that by just doing a slideshow. Where it's mostly content and then one ad.
That's what people do with
I think that works.
With music. Like all my DJ homies, they drop a new track. The first slide's just like a selfie or them DJing, like something that looks like visually cool. Yeah. And then the next one's like, yo, new song. Because people like, I think a face will stop you more or a human.
Yeah, face will stop you more.
And then, like, I don't know if it's algorithms or just human nature, but like things that are selling something do terrible. Like in terms of like engagement or whatever.
Yeah, on Instagram, Twitter, it just does terribly. Yeah. And it's never not done as better than
that's smart.
Post, but I think it works. So guys, you know, I hate gatekeeping. I'm just giving you guys all my secrets.
Yeah.
You know, just use it, okay? I want you guys to earn money to survive.
Your most popular stuff, like even looking through that slide, like I feel like you've switched it up a little bit, but a lot of your stuff is kind of, you know, reminiscent of like the Mad Men, like advert style stuff. And like I see it more and more.
Oh, it's a lot.
Not just Instagram, but like it's fully in brands again now. Mm-hmm. And why do you like, you weren't the first person to do that, obviously, and you're not going to be the last because I think it's going to go on for at least a few more years at most, maybe, or maybe minimum. But
at least another year. I think we have another year.
Why do you think, like, what started that, do you think?
Started it?
Because it wasn't a human, like, it was some kind of collection of people, I think. Like, I mean, it was a human, but not.
Yeah,
I don't think it was one person.
It wasn't one person. I don't know. I think we just have like something for nostalgia or something. Or for me personally, I just liked how it looked.
Yeah.
And then like how simple it is, and it's just the stuff I want to do. And I figured out that I write funny copy. Mm-hmm. I want to combine that with my love for photos and photography, and just the perfect thing. But you could see that it's not even just like advertising. There's like a whole thread on Twitter. There was like a good thread about like how the 80s, 70s, like yuppie era, Mad Men era is like coming back.
Yeah.
Not just in design, but in just like culture as a whole. Like there was like that BMW that looks like an 80s BMW.
Yeah.
It's just like very weird, but I think it's just like culture. Culture is it's a cycle.
Like LA business dudes with the big ass.
Yeah, with a big Apple. Oh yeah, big.
Like all the dudes, all the hipsters drive those like 80s Mercedes out here. Yeah, and that's like the classic LA like business shit.
Yeah, I think we have. Well, now I think it's just like a free for all for anything, but I think that's just the majority. I don't know what's next.
Yeah,
because right now I feel like there's no, even in fashion or music, there's no defining
movement thing or whatever.
Because everything's just so broken
Everything
apart.
feels very what's the word, like not parody, like speaking to another thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's just like
we had Y2K, we had 90s, everything's just like, and I would argue some of it is a better version of the old thing, because like Y2K now. The people that do that shit, it looks dope, and it didn't look that dope. Some of that shit looked bad, and that's why it only lived for a little bit during the actual like 2000s.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it feels like, let's say you lived in the 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
What were they like? Were they like, let's do some like cool Civil War shit or whatever, you know? Like, what were they like?
Yeah, I don't know.
Were they just original? Is that the thing?
I don't think they were original. They were definitely pulling from something, but it's just so hard to get the source material back then. Because now we can just have like, you know, Pinterest arena. We have like the entire internet at our fingertips, and now it's just a matter of. I feel like it's an arms race to find that obscure reference material.
That's true.
Because and I've experienced this where, and this is the thing that it doesn't really bother me, but I will. It bothers me enough to say it on a podcast, but. And this is my advice for people, like, you need to make your sources not visible, but like visible but invisible. Because like what bothers me is like I could tell where it came from.
Right.
Like, and I'm guilty of this in some of the posters, but I think what I always try to do in my work is just combine so many sources.
Yeah.
Into so you can't even tell. But like it has that vibe of what it is, but not, like
this
that.
This book, right? You read this, right?
Yeah, please read this book.
So one of the main like little cool like phrases is like something along the lines of like theft is like stealing from one person, and like artists or inspiration stealing from many.
Yeah. So, which I don't know. I feel like I need to keep saying this every time because like I think that's how you get good. I don't know.
Yeah. I agree, and I also think that there's one thing it's so easy to like, I see on Instagram, especially like my explore page, like I see all this shit blow up and I know, and I know and I know why it does good. And I see that and I'm like, of course this has like 20,000 likes. It's just like some cool type of phrase that says like, do like you're doing your best or whatever, or something
which
like
that one that makes sense. But.
Or irony, or it's either funny or don't kill yourself, like inspiration, like those are the two pockets, and nothing wrong with that. If your sole purpose is getting better on Instagram. However, I fell into this trap of trying to do what I saw worked, and you don't grow that way. You don't get better because you're.
Some people do actually. Some people do. I don't know. I think it's just like a matter of luck on.
No,
Instagram.
You don't grow as an artist and a designer.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
Instagram and like the more like I know this sounds like this might sound like from a privileged place, but like it's like when the celebrities say like, oh, when you're rich you realize you don't have any money.
That's the same thing.
Instagram, all that, it's so meaningless. That's why when people ask me like how do you get this followers, I'm like, it doesn't matter, because the stuff that is good, my best work, doesn't do well in there.
It doesn't.
And the other stuff does good, and you have to almost decide like, do you want to be an Instagram internet person, or do you want to make work
artist
that like, because stuff that resonates with people isn't gonna mass appeal.
See, that's where I'm like at after the 365 is just those are the two sides of my brain.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, all right, I gotta make something that has mass appeal, plus also I want to grow as an artist.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of like I don't know what I marked it in my folder. Like there's a folder because I used to just have it in a 365 folder.
Yeah.
And there's a new folder of like post 365. It's just called Flux or something. Like I'm in Flux.
Post 365.
Well, it's not the actual folder is called Flux, like FLUX.
Okay.
But I just feel like I'm in a in between place, where I kind of just want to make stuff and challenge myself. Like I think that's what I'm scared of the most was stagnation. Of like that's why. And some of the stuff will not do good.
Yeah.
Like there's some stuff like especially in the last part of 365 where I was kind of like exploring. I now use Illustrator.
Yeah.
And like, I'm heavily inspired by Bird's Letters and just, I'm looking at Paul Rand and Saul Bass's work. Because those are like those are things that scared me.
Yeah.
Because like custom type or just like hard. Messing with typography or like just the actual letters. I've always felt uncomfortable, but now I'm getting more comfortable by doing it, exploring. Like I'm in Illustrator, the most uncomfortable program for me. And I just think a lot of artists get into a trap where you feel successful, you get a lot of likes. I knew this at the time, which is funny because I knew this from the very beginning of the 365, where like my paper straws posts. I always have a joke with Apple Garamond, with Dante. I told them like, well, I guess this is just me now. Like the thing I got to do is the same thing over and over again. But what I'm proud of the most of the 365 is that I could say that I didn't do that for the most part. Yeah. Like I kind of like there's some experimental stuff there.
It's good.
But so I was just like, and that's what the 365 is for. A lot of people are asking me, like a lot of people, have you noticed that a lot of people are starting 365s, which is great, but they always ask me for advice. I'm just like,
You need mental illness to do that.
Yeah, you need mental illness, and I just need them to. For me, it was always about like experimentation. It was for me. Like I never set out like when I first got there or when I first started. I never set out to be like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be a niche internet marketer or like I don't know. I'm gonna have like a lot of likes. My goal was 1,000.
Yeah.
By the end of 2021, I was like, if I get 1,000 followers, that's good. But it was mostly to improve my graphic design skills and just have fun. Those are the two. And each time I like felt stuck, those are the two tenets that I was like, came back to. And it was funny because like the most difficult part of that challenge, I remember there was one day I thought to myself, I was like, I think I'm out of ideas. Like, and I have like I just didn't feel inspired to do anything. And usually I don't have that. Usually I'm pretty good because I have like this creative momentum of doing stuff. And then I just thought back of that. And then the result of that poster, the result was the nice cock one. If you guys remember that one, the nice cock, which is one of my most popular posts.
That's funny.
But it was born out of like, this looks fun. This is nice. I get DMs sometimes of like, what should I do with this? What should I do with this? And I'm really, I want to be better at this. But what I always try to do is show them, present them with paths, with ideas. Like, what if we do this? Or what if we do that? Like, and also I asked them, like, what are you trying to achieve with this poster? Yeah. Like, what's the feeling? What's the vibe? And then we'll go from there. Because I think there's always, like, I'm not there to tell them how to do it. I'm trying to help them.
Like, give them direction, maybe?
Just direction of, like, what is it you're trying to do? How can I help you? You know?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, all right, then this is a technique or this is a person you should check out.
Yeah.
Or maybe check out these techniques. Yeah. But it's never about, like, this is how you do it. I'm just like, no, like, what's the direction? I feel like it's a better way. I'm trying to be better at that because, like, I'm notoriously a bad teacher.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know. I just do it. Back when I was doing the newspaper, my professor was like, you need to teach the other people how to do InDesign.
Like the juniors or whatever? Or
just like the people coming in. Because, like, you know, you can't stay in the class forever. Yeah. So you got to pass on that knowledge.
Okay.
Which is funny because, like, that whole, the community college paper, it's funny because nothing was ever written down. It was like everything was verbally passed on from
like the rules or whatever.
Yeah, the rules and how it worked. It was never written down. It was just like verbally passed on from the one class to the next. And then it's kind of sad because like that chain got broken since COVID. Because
why don't you make a Oversettext InDesign Bible and give it to your school?
I'm lazy. Also, I don't know. I'm just like I don't know. Like, but it was all passed down. But I feel like I don't know. I like in terms of our design community, I feel like there's a lot of like, I don't know how we pass down our knowledge. I guess we record videos or streams.
I hate when someone asks me how to do something and it's that whole thing where if you can't explain it to someone that's 5, you don't really know it. Yeah. That's like how I feel I know everything. Cause like, they're like, how do I do this? And I'm like, I know how to do it. But if I try to tell you, it's so chaotic that you're going to think that I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And everyone's going to be felt like in a weird situation after that.
And also, it's just like so many people have different ways of doing stuff. Like texturing. Some people, like, especially when I get collab files, I'm like, oh, this is how you texture this stuff. Especially with shout outs to Piper. When I received Piper Ferrari's file, I was like, wow, this is insane. Yeah. Like, that's why she's good at texturing because I was just like.
She has a similar workflow, I think, to me where I do a lot of analog stuff, but there's always the post-digital processing of it and adding a little more.
Her layers and levels. Which is, I'm always surprised how people texture their stuff. Yeah. Mine's very simple.
Yeah.
It's basically Black Market's tutorial.
Right.
And I'm just like, you know what? It works. I'm not gonna mess with it. Yeah, if it works, it works. If
it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, it's like, it's not broken, but, you know.
What do you think about the, you said it real quick and I didn't want it to get thrown away. What do you think about the bubble graffiti type epidemic of the Instagram?
Yeah, inflation is going up, guys.
The bubbles are inflating.
Bubbles are going bigger. Inflation rates are up, including the type.
Do you think it's all right? Let me tell you what I think, and tell me what you think about that.
Okay, yeah, because
I think it is similar to the Mad Men style where it looks visibly easy to create.
Yeah.
But it's like difficult to master. So everyone thinks
Exactly.
I can
I
recreate
can do
that.
this.
That's the problem when something works. It doesn't have to be good. It just has to work.
Yeah,
And then more people will do it.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real. I don't get I don't get it. Like
Yeah.
I don't get the hype. I just never see it on my Explorer page. I only follow a couple of people that do it, and I'm just like, I don't get
It's
it. I'm
everywhere.
not really a
I
fan
see
of
it's like a
it?
gradient I see on people's pages of switching
Yeah.
from the advert style to the bubble.
you could see that in some people's profiles. But somebody told me that it reminded them of, remember in 2019 when everybody was like trying to be Roy Cranston?
Yeah, or
Big word.
or Safe Haven, like
Yeah,
dark, like Y2K crazy shit.
Which is like
acid graphics.
It's just always interesting how trends happen. And then it's good. I hopped on the advertisement.
The Don
trend,
Draper.
which is I'm also watching Mad Men currently. I watched an episode before I came here.
Or the Sal, whatever. His name is.
But I just don't get how it's just like, trends are helpful, but you can't depend on it completely.
Right.
Because then you just lose your personality in it. Like you need to figure out how to make it your own.
Yeah.
Which is just like, and then branch off from there.
I think the bubble is the biggest trend or whatever, like that I see since the like Safe Haven stuff. Cause like, so Safe Haven, I'm sure you guys have seen his work. Crazy, like the level of detail he has is insane. And I think that people saw it and saw how beautiful it was. They thought, oh, that's all you got to do. You put little shapes and text everywhere. And then it became, the style was like big image, maybe neon green, all kinds of little icons, shapes, small text, like scripts from like mythology.
Is that acid graphics?
Yeah, in a sense. And like David Rudnick and Safe Haven and all these people.
Yeah, okay.
But if you look at their work and then like a influenced by it, that one just feels crowded and theirs feels like perfectly crowded. Like you used all the space efficiently rather than using it all just for the sake of using it all.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. People attach to trends. That's fine. You do you.
And this isn't coming from like hate. I just don't want people.
No hate here.
I don't want people. I fell into this trap. If you only are trying to do stuff to like cater and pander to these internet like apps, you're never going to get better. And like, it's going to be hard for you to grow, I think.
That's the danger of like the algorithm, honestly. Cause like some people see these get a lot of likes and they just do it. And then I don't know, like they don't grow as artists.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're happy with that and that's fine. But I don't know. Well, also for me, I want to see my selfish reasons because I want to see something new.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna be real. I'm just like, I want my visual diet to be good. You know, like that's why I don't even look at Instagram. Usually I just spend my time on Pinterest because I just like, all right, I need new stuff, or I just look at old stuff, and that's how, I feel like that's how artists are. Like the people who make the trends, they go into the mines, the content mines.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, where's the inspiration mines? And then they bring it back, and then everyone's like, all right, this is what we're gonna do for the next few years.
That guy in the tunnel with the diamond.
Yeah, dude, just go through Pinterest. All right, one refresh, one more scroll.
Yeah.
You'll find that one reference that will work. Or Arena.
Arena's hard, bad user experience.
They need to okay. I love Arena. This is a shout out to Arena. Arena, fix your stuff. I hate the explore page or like the random page.
Yeah.
What I love about Pinterest is like once you click one, it finds things that are similar to it.
Yeah.
But Arena doesn't have that.
What's your next, like, besides continuing your like creative exploration and like designs online, what's your next like move in your career, you think?
I don't know if another 365.
You think?
There's nothing set yet. Well, this is all hinging on the part of the auction.
Is there anything you want to do outside of like the internet though?
Outside the internet?
It doesn't have to not be online, but like outside of your own personal like exploration.
I'm actually, since the 365 is over, I'm doing a lot more commission work right now. So, but if 365 2 happens, and this is only hinging on the fact how the auction goes.
Yeah.
Because I needed to fund
The
next thing.
What's the target fund? Like, what would you need?
Nothing really. I mean, it would just be nice. It just gives me a cushion to do another 365.
Yeah.
But the next 365 might happen in July. Also, I'm trying to get an exhibit going. It's just, guys, it's really, I get why NFTs are a thing, because NFTs are easy to display.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of money. I've been having a lot of difficulties sourcing frames, talking to a printer, finding a venue.
Are your things 16 by 20?
Yeah, they're gonna be 16 by 20.
That's what I print. I can show you some good Amazon.
Well, I already have a printer.
For frames, though.
Oh, for the frames.
Yeah.
Oh, please connect me to someone who gives me.
Just online, I buy them.
Yeah, but like, oh god, I'm trying to find a good deal. Like, there's one. I have to pick them. Actually, I have to. There's another stop in my LA trip. I have to pick up a frame, a sample, and then decide if I want to buy it. You know. Oh yeah. Let me show me the frame and where'd you get it? I have this print, by the way. Shout out to Abel.
Yeah. Shout out Archfiend too.
Archfiend
collab.
So where'd you get these?
These are just from Amazon. So you're someone that does do this. So I'm curious your opinion on it.
What is it?
So I've been seeing a lot of the Roe v. Wade shit is obviously terrible, right?
Yeah.
And I've been seeing a lot of people speak on like the state of like, you know, posting designs about it or like creating content that like, you know, fuck like politicians or whatever like your content is. Some people think that that's helpful and other people say that it's like exploitive and that they feel like they're doing it for their own like clout. And do you think that people are doing that, or do you think it's kind of like just being read wrong and people are mad that
you have thoughts about this? Which I did one. I mean, at the time of recording, that happened like yesterday. I didn't make a post because I'm not doing the 365 anymore.
Yeah, so this is yesterday when the decision was.
And I don't feel the need to post. I mean, I made that one post because, I mean, I feel strongly about this, and I'm just gonna talk to me personally. Like, I'm educated enough about the issue, and I can't speak about how educated other people are, and like my intentions are to help, and I always try to, you know, link to resources and abortion funds that actually help actual people.
Yeah.
In terms of people posting, I can't speak to how, if people are doing it for clout.
I think it's both,
because
they want to help, but they don't mind the clout. You know,
there's some people that do it for clout. Because honestly, to be honest, like political posts hurt my
opposite of clout. Huh?
Yeah, it's the opposite. Because like, you know how easy it is to make a non-political page. I would have grown faster if I just didn't speak up about like abortion, gun control.
April Fool's story.
Oh yeah, April Fool. For me personally, from the very beginning, I post what I want. This is my page. I do what I want. If you don't like it, block me. Right.
I think you set a precedent that allows you to post political stuff because you always have. I think the argument people were making
when they're just like randomly
pop out of nowhere, some guy that's like, I like support women, but like that's cool. But I kind of agree when it's like I don't usually do that stuff unless it's something that I talk about when it's not trending. Yeah,
or it's not trending, or if I don't know anything about it. Like if I didn't know anything about it, I'm not gonna say shit. Like there's some stuff I'm not educated about.
Before I had more like followers or whatever, I did probably a few Black Lives Matter type posts and posters, and some I did to like help I actually just put them around and shit. So it was just for fun and for helping support. But that's something that I felt I was allowed to, because it was almost like, I've always advocated for like equality and people being brought up and like everyone kind of getting to even the playing field. The abortion thing, I agree with. I think it's terrible. Yeah. But I feel like I might be out of place to be like, just pop in and be like,
no, exactly. And I've like, you know, I've thought about it more since I made mine. I mean,
I think it's just super like nuanced, huh?
And just I felt like because I was posting 365 every day, and I felt like there's days during that it's like there are things happening in the world, and I felt like with my platform, well, I had a platform. Even when I didn't have a platform, I was saying shit. Because it's funny, because like if I didn't have a platform, I would be making the same post and nobody would care. But I felt it was still my responsibility. It's also my art. Isn't that like what art is like an expression of ourselves? But also, again, nuance where it's like, yeah, there's consequences to your art. But in terms of like art, because I was talking to my friend about this, about how does art even matter? I mean, in terms of like political movements.
Yeah.
Like, does art matter? Because I'm not gonna say that I'm saving the world. I'm like I'm the savior of women with this post. I'm not that. And I don't think I am that, or me making that post is me saving. It's just, does anyone save anybody with posts?
No.
On Instagram? No, it's not gonna save it. But I think art is a representation of what is happening at that time.
Yeah.
It's not saving it. Like this. Not one poster. Like the people who are actually saving are people on the ground,
right,
doing stuff. Like, but I think as artists, our job is to just either represent what is going on, or to signal that it is like there's people that believe this and you are safe.
Yeah.
That you're not. Like that's one of the things I wanted to achieve. That like my page is a safe place for for all these. And if you disagree with that, fuck you.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm always for political posts, because I
weeds out people.
Yeah, I don't want these people following me, because
I feel like
or it breaks through to them. Hopefully, it break up. I don't know. Well, maybe I don't know. Hopefully, or maybe it'll just spam them in their minds that like, oh, this.
At the very least, they'll be bothered.
At the very least, I'll be one of the few things that will bother them, and eventually, hopefully, get them on the path to changing their minds. I don't know, but I don't think art itself saves people. I don't know. Like,
I think it goes action, right? Action. Doing something in real life for something, protesting, donations, etc. Art is second.
Yeah.
Thirdly is infographics posted in a carousel.
No, I'm just saying, guys, I don't think we're not that important, guys. Like, I don't know, like graphic design is not that important, but also it is important. We play a part in it, but it's not the whole thing. Like I'm not.
It's like a supportive role.
Yeah, it's a support role.
Something.
That's what it is. Like that's our role. Like even in advertisement, our role was like to get the customer to go this.
So this, I just thought of. So you look at old like famous photographs from protests, right?
Yeah.
So there's 3 layers to it. The people there are the heroes, the people, the main characters doing the actual thing.
Yeah, and then the photographer.
The photographer is secondly important, and then the person that painted the sign that someone's holding that says like "Stop the Vietnam War." They're the third person because they're helping aid this thing, but the sign's irrelevant without the people carrying it around. Yeah,
exactly. So the people are the most, and like I always make this joke with my friend. I'm like, yeah, when the Civil War starts, like, I'm gonna be the guy who just makes the signs. I'm like, I'm not gonna be in the front lines. Like, what do you want me in the front lines? What? Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna be of help. So I'm just gonna, we're a supportive role.
Yeah.
We'll probably be like fucking, what's that movie with Robin Williams? Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be like, guys, here's what's happening in the front.
You're gonna be like Paul Revere riding around.
Like I'm not gonna be the guy. Yeah, here's the news. Here's the thing. And even during like, I mean, which is funny because like, even when I was in journalism, I always felt this thing where it's like journalism can't even function without being a business. It felt so wrong to cover all these things and yet do nothing and you profit from it.
Yeah.
It's just like
fear porn and stuff.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That.
Well, it's just like that's the same argument with the whole Instagram. Like, should these people be doing these stuff? I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like some people do it for clout or business, but also at the same, like the heart of journalism, right? Like if you look at it a very in the best light possible,
yeah,
it's to expose or to show people all this wrongdoings. And again, this is why capitalism is bad. Everybody, the main enemy is capitalism. You think I'll be fucking selling prints for a profit? If I could just give it for you for free, I would. But
yeah,
I need bills. I have bills to pay. I want to live in a house. I'm sorry if I have to do what's necessary.
Right.
You know, like I don't know.
I remember talking to probably almost 2 years ago now when I had Kel Lauren on the podcast. They were talking. We talked about the infographic thing and like how I think there's proper. We said they're almost too designed. So like it'll be like, this is what's happening in Yemen or something, and it's like it's like quirky like tech illustrations. Like look at and it's like it's like a million people died, and it's like this should be like maybe black with like white text on it or something. Like this feels way too like way too designed. Like it
doesn't
so you're drawing
it doesn't fit the tone.
Yeah,
it doesn't fit the tone of the subject matter, and like always within even like newspaper design, there's always like certain colors that obviously evoke certain moods. So you gotta like, and there is actually one of the 365 posts. One of my early hits. I think it was the first post that ever reached like 1,000 likes. I was talking about like, because there's people who are co-opting that style for misinformation. Like it looks like it looks
like a parody or
no, but it's actually like the alt-right is like using that. I think it's called, what was it called?
Like the PragerU shit? Like
no, it's called pastel. I forgot what it was. It's just, he's using those colors to like present right-wing ideas, which is like, that's just all fair in like love and war. It's all fair in like misinformation campaigns, but that's why you need to actually read the things right. You need to read what you're looking at. Just because it looks, I think the main copy of that, like, just because it's on a gradient background doesn't mean it's right.
Sure.
And I think you need to do more research into it.
Funny to me when I see someone post something online that isn't a fact or isn't a message or anything. Like they just say, "Oh, sorry guys, like I got COVID," and then there's that little thing like, "Watch out for COVID," like misinformation and like get the vaccine here, and you're like, "What the hell?" They didn't even talk about it. They
just like, dude, I get that for like posts that I don't even have any.
Write COVID with the zero, you know, to not get like flagged.
Yeah, but no, they were using that aesthetic to like misinform people.
Interesting to see the difference in political views and design, because design is such like a liberal run like thing from the tech companies to the design studios. Like whatever you align with politically is fine with me. However, like it's a fact that a lot of these creative practices are just run by like liberals, you know, and that's just how it is. So like you see the design has a proper aesthetic and stuff, and like I feel like the problem is they have bad design, you know. That's why
they can't design, they can't meme, they can't design. Like when I did my anti-cop poster, that one PragerU design director is like, this is. I was like, and then I look at his work, I'm like, yeah, this.
Being the design director at PragerU though, that's like being like the head chef at Wendy's or something. Like it's not cool, you know. It's not like impressive.
Bro, he was. I didn't look at his story, but people kept sending me screenshots about like.
He was mad.
I was like, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I'm like, bro, it's a picture of a cop. I'm like, how could you still be like dick riding the cops when that shit happened?
I posted a cop thing and nothing happened. I was surprised. Like nothing happened to the point that I was like, do I not have enough? Like,
maybe they all are. Yeah, maybe you don't have enough haters, because like some of my stuff go viral. Yeah, and then just random people follow me. Actually, when I did my Pride poster,
people get mad, huh?
June 1st, I did a Be Gay poster, and then I got the most unfollows I've ever had in a while. I'm like, well, there was like 100 unfollows.
Oh, I should have checked that. Maybe no one just commented.
Check the.
Mine was a little more obscure. It just said like oink, and it was like a collage print of like a pig, which is like, it's not like I'm hiding it, but it's not like fuck police. It's a little different.
The subtext is like,
but the subtext is like fuck police.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's like varying degrees.
Maybe
like,
they were too worried to say anything. I need to check the unfollows.
Yeah, check the unfollows.
One of the last things I want to ask you that I definitely wanted to get to is, so you've done a good job at this, and I know we've talked about, you know, feeling indifferent with it, and like it's kind of the state of what's going on. But how do you feel about the overall like kind of relationship of people feeling that they have to be forced into creating videos like online, and coming from people that you seem to like have found a way to have fun with it and enjoy it, but some people genuinely like either don't want to be in front of the camera, don't like it, don't know how, whatever. What do you think? Like, do you think that they're going to get, like, they need to figure it out, or you have to just like not care and try? I think you have to be okay. My thought is you have to be okay. You don't have to do it, but you have to be okay with the consequences of not doing it.
And I've seen people succeed without ever doing one reel. And I, like, for example, made by Nelson. He's going bananas.
Yeah, his illustrations are cool.
Yeah, he's never
his phone thing. Huh?
Oh, I do.
I saw that earlier.
Shout out to Nelson.
I always like the clear ones more.
Yeah, it's actually the wrong one. I wanted one that this was supposed to be a mirror or something. And Casey Spice just sent me the wrong one. But yes, he never does reels, and he does well. Actually, I have a conspiracy theory where I'm like, I think the algorithm favors like frequently spaced work. I don't know if I'm like making this up, but I've noticed it. Because I've just been like, because guys, I spend too much time on Instagram. I observe people daily posting, and I look at their or like their likes follower ratio. I'm like, it's kind of low for some reason. It used to not be, but then I look at someone like Nelson or people, and ever since I stopped posting as much, I feel like my likes went up.
That might just be a byproduct though of more time going into the creation.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Probably, or I don't know, but like, you know, someone like Eli, his always pops, but I'm just
he
like,
posts like almost every day. I feel like
I think he's doing a 365. I don't know, people. I think you accidentally just do a 365, but I don't know. But yeah, you can still succeed on Instagram as a platform if you just don't, even without doing reels.
Do you think the future though of social media outside of Instagram is like gonna all be video? Because it seems like every platform is promoting video, and that's why I got into YouTube. One of the reasons, because YouTube's like better than all the like YouTube. You want to watch videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't want to post stuff like
on TikTok.
But then there's this weird feeling where, you know, everyone says, I hate reels, I hate TikTok, I hate video.
And they do it.
No, you don't, because they wouldn't be like, that wouldn't be the most popular thing.
I hate it for design. Yeah. I just haven't figured out how to make it good for design.
I hear people say they hate it though, and all they do when they go on their phone is go to the real part. They go to the part that scrolls through video. So I'm like,
oh, what?
Yeah.
But I don't think, you just, if you want to grow faster, maybe. If your goal is just purely growth and reach.
Like social media
growth and reach. Purely that, you should make it real. But if you want to grow as an artist, but also show, like, I just see it as a tool to reach new people.
Yeah.
To like then like, hey, look at this. Because like, I don't know, like my
reels are for your non-followers almost.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
Get people
you get me like, I'm gonna pull you in. I've just figured out kind of how to make it fun.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, this is fun. I'm having fun, so I make it. I think that the future of social media as a whole, video it is, but for graphic design content, like, I don't feel like I still like make like I think I was talking to somebody about this, where I don't want to be a guy who makes reels.
Yeah.
I want to be known for my designs. Like, I want to be known for my design. If your goal is to be known for your design and like your design work, and also I don't like the time commitment I put into reels.
Yeah.
And TikTok, because there's still a time commitment, because like I have to like edit, or some of them are like, I don't know.
The incentives aren't really there. Like I talked about this in the video I made, like Instagram's dead or whatever. And it's like YouTube, even though it's harder and it's like I put a lot of more work into YouTube than someone would warrant. Like I'm getting like 25 cents an hour, you know, or whatever at the rate of work I put in.
I finally got my first check from Meta.
Oh, the creator bonus.
The creator bonus. Yeah. Got my first $100, guys.
I got that recently. But my point is, so that was a YouTube, that was a grind. But now, like, somewhere just from AdSense, it's making somewhere around like $300 a month, which isn't crazy, but
still money.
Those same amount of, that's only 30,000 views that month. That same amount of views on like a reel would need like 30 million.
It's because it's so short, and then like, people just move on.
And like a reel, I don't know, like, my theory is if you want to just grow and be like big online, it's helpful. However, like, it's not going to help you become better at what you want to do or develop any kind of relationship.
I mean,
with like
it
people.
does help you your video making skills. Like
that's true.
That's true. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's good. But for me personally, I just like doing it when I have a good idea, and then like I just make it. I don't know. Like in the beginning of the year, I did like a grind where I just kind of did one every day or every other day. It burnt me out.
I feel like I would definitely, if I wasn't a designer, I would probably only post reels because I mean, I don't know, whatever it would be, I'd do like chicken wing dances and shit, you know? But like, it's crazy to think about how people's relationship with the internet, that we're in such like a skewed reality where like we think about it from this design lens and like we fuck reels, but most people probably don't give a fuck. Like,
they don't care. They just want to see stuff on.
They don't
want
to see a still picture of you and your family. They want to see you and your family doing like a trend. Or
they just want. So
I saw this meme. It was like the LA girls be like memories or like photo dump, and it's just literally film photos of trash in like the street or like blurry pictures of them at a restaurant or something.
Yeah, where are the LA cool girls at? Where are they at here? But yeah, I don't know. Reels, TikTok, they're, I mean, I'll be doing them. I mean, I've actually on my TikTok, I've been like experimenting with like shit post style, Like, cause like TikTok has that feature where it's like a slideshow, but it like automatically like scrolls, and then like people sync it up to like music.
Okay.
And I think that's gonna be good for designers because they could just like post the actual stills and then just like auto reloads, put it
that's better too than the ones that are like and I'm like fuck.
And it was like
that shit.
I hate the Reels algorithm suck, or whatever the trends are on the Reels. I hate the trends on Reels.
Yeah, you know it's so meta, the people that post do something this many seconds to sync up with this.
Where it's there's like people telling you
it's like
I did that with my Pixar fucking thing because I didn't want to do the computer one because
that was creative.
Everybody did that one. I'm just like, all right, let me just put a little bit more effort into this. But the trends on Reels I hate. The trends on TikTok are better for some reason and they're funnier. But then there's some certain trends on TikTok that are too niche that I find that I enjoy on my personal TikTok, and I just kind of like adapt it for my TikTok. But I don't think some of those will ever get to Instagram. Because like all the Instagram Reels trends are like old trends from TikTok.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can't even find the original sound on Reels. I think I saw an article. It was like, Instagram is gonna like start docking people who just repost TikToks. Like they're just not gonna show it on the algorithm. Even though you could already, if that does happen, I mean it already happens. Just download Snaptic or whatever. It's like Snaptic, that app.
And
then you could just you could just copy or put in your TikTok, and then you download it without the watermark. So it's how the fuck they're gonna know it's from TikTok?
Right.
Because there's no watermark anymore.
Metadata.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe
metadata.
Meta. Oh, that's why they named it. I thought it was just because like, oh, we're meta. Like
no, they
just want your data.
Yeah.
Oh.
They should just named it data. Honestly.
Yeah, we just have all your data and then nothing else.
So what is there anything else that you want to get to or promote or anything before we get out of here?
I don't know. So everybody, y'all should take care of yourselves. Probably get off social media sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is I think I'm gonna start doing that more. But in terms of personal projects, 365-2 might happen. See.
All right.
And if you do see it, it just has something to do with NFTs. It's not an NFT, but the answer is already in the word NFT.
Okay.
But you'll figure it out. But the new 365, it's gonna be dope.
Stay tuned. Maybe a new 365.
Maybe.
Do your best. Stay off social media, but if you are gonna go on social media,
go on my page.
Check out Oversettext and the print store. All that it might be gone by now. Actually, check out his Instagram.
Oh yeah, it might be the new. I want to promote Fortnite
and go play Fortnite.
Yeah, get off social media. Go have fun with your friends on Fortnite, and use my creator code Oversettext.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.